Can you catch a few? That is the game to play. So I got some clips here of another ESFP freaking out about ghosts, of course, because some people, their demons are literally demons. We see this, right? So we're going to watch some clips here of Loey Lane. She's a real sweetheart. Now she's got a successful YouTube channel. Like she's producing, she's moving, she's going, she's pushing through her demons. But looking at her math here, she has masculine SE and masculine TE as saviors. Okay, that's pretty all in on saviors, right? With the N at the bottom, so it's going to be not as freaked out about people. You know, she's going to be looking at other people, blah, 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 factoring in. Also making fun of herself, right? It's got high FI here, but it's going to be that NI, the spooky, spooky NI, right? All right, so let me play the first clips here. And she's just, I didn't even know which video to pick out of all the ridiculous ones. So it's just a lot of yodel. You're going to hear a lot of blast last talk. You're going to hear a little bit of DE of pointing at friends and making fun of herself. You'll hear the phrase, I don't understand, which makes sense because you're taking in all this SE. So here, watch this.
Scary thing, it like gives me goosebumps to even think about. I don't understand what it is, but yeah, some weird stuff has been happening. So I thought, why not just invite more of it by telling you the scariest thing that has ever happened to me. Apparently I'm an idiot who will just do whatever because I love you. And all of the electronics in that area started losing it the minute that I left the room. Like after that, my TV actually was never the same. It was almost like it was fried. Like there wasn't even a storm when that happened. It was the weirdest thing. It would always play subtitles. They weren't like creepy, I'm gonna kill you subtitles. It was like subtitles that didn't make sense and they had nothing to do with what was actually happening on the screen. It was just a jumble of letters and there was never a rhyme or reason. So that happened when she was over one time. I'm getting so many goosebumps, you guys. I get so scared. I'm such a little
just baby. A fucking yodel talker. That's yodel talk. Right? Okay, so what's going on? Here's how you play the game. You're like, all right, I'm an observer. SC at the top, weird with the facts and the intuition and understanding, and my TV's freaking out. Should I ask an INTJ or another ESFP or my goddamn self, well, what's going on? I don't know what's going on, so it must be ghosts. Right? What I try and do, because I'll feel the same way, right? Let me just talk about this. As I think it was last week, I got out of that shower, like I put my clothes down, and I put like 2 socks right here, and when I got out of the shower, there's only 1 sock, and nobody came in. Nobody came in the room, right? And so I was like, huh, that was weird. And I still, to this day, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, right? And this true story. And but I now know enough that I know that something happened, and even though I don't know what it is, like right, your brain freaks out with an open loop, and I have an open loop of what happened on that sock, you know. And I felt the same way with aliens for a long time. Now that loop is closing, it's getting a little bit conclusive that yes, they are in fact here. I get that. Close that loop, right? Great, whatever. The thing is, you're practicing. I don't know. I don't understand, right? And so it's like if I were to call Shannon and be like, hey, I put my socks down, and she'd be like, hey, idiot, it's right over here. Like you didn't realize it got stuck on your pant leg, and actually you threw it in here in the laundry bin. Like oh, or wherever it went, right? But it wasn't a ghost, and it wasn't Deaf Guy. I used to blame Deaf Guy down the street. Couldn't find my Dremel for like a week, so I blamed it on him. Like he came in the house and stole the Dremel. No, Shan found it. It was over there, right? So the point is, what you want to do, if you're this type, he's like, all right, what I do is I go, okay, so what would an INTP or an ISTP say, right? Somebody who's more logical and they're not afraid of things, they're good with things. And if I tell them like, hey, my TV's doing this kind of stuff, that's I anchor to if I were to bring over my INTP and ISTP friends and be like, hey, watch my ghost story with my missing socks and my missing TV. And if they run out of the house screaming and yelling and freaked out about ghosts, okay, now I'm allowed to be scared. But if I can outsource it to, what would an ISTP say? You know?
Okay, I'm really sorry about that. I'm normally not like, I get freaked out when I'm talking about this kind of stuff, but there was like a really heavy feeling in here, and I don't know what it was, but I feel okay now. I just needed to take a few minutes. Maybe it's just because I'm talking about so much and jumping to so many different experiences. It felt really heavy and really like weird in here for a minute, and I needed a second. I have my dog and my cat in here now, so they can protect me from anything. Well, my best friend.
So right, you get the demon, feminine, introverted functions. You know, the demon NF, right? All of a sudden, I felt these weird feelings. They're gonna be feminine, so they're gonna come and go, whooshy, like whoa, where'd that come from, right? Versus like those are masculine NIFI. It's a little bit different. You know, we see the double feminine versions of this type, the masculine NIFI. They'll kind of hold on to that intuition. They're a little bit more grounded. They're a little bit more solid emotionally. Hey, looking at your deck of cards, this is what I'm telling people all day long. I'm like, yeah, this all looks normal. Yeah, you should definitely have these weird, spooky NF feelings. It'll feel like ghosts. And yeah, just like you said, you're gathering and changing channels on shit all the time. And you don't have a processor. You don't have a resolver. You're not doing blast sleep. You don't like, hey, pause. Okay. Let me go and resolve that. Let me process that. Let me get my ISTP friend in here. Let me get that one settled and build a block on that. No, that's not what she's doing.
This is the like shit nightmares are made of. I woke up and T was standing over me staring down at me. I screamed so loudly that it scared her. I don't think she was expecting me to scream. I don't know what she was doing. And she kind of like jumped, like she looked really startled that I had screamed. What are you doing? And she was like, oh, I woke up. Are you asleep? Yeah, I was asleep. But she seemed totally normal now. Like there wasn't any weird voice. Like she seemed 100% normal. In fact, she seemed like she was really confused. Like she didn't seem like she knew what had happened before that. And that was the scariest paranormal experience I ever had, because I can't explain to you half of the stuff that I saw / heard that night. Just a really weird energy. Like I said,
a weird energy. Yeah, it all starts to fall apart. Like she had a sleepover, and her friends like walking by, going to the bathroom, stand over, looking at her, going, "What the hell's with it?" And it's and some of these ghost stories, like there really is kind of shit flying around the house. The stuff that I can't explain. The stuff that is on an open loop from myself. I'm studying ancient artifacts and pyramids, stuff like that right now. That this is for all my see, catch a few. I'm a crazy INTJ. I have SC at the bottom. How they do the ancient pyramid, and there's the civilizations before the civilization, and then maybe they were in touch with it. See, like my brain is going to get all freaked out and triggered by the missing SE. So I got to be careful when I'm watching real things on TikTok or YouTube where people are seeing Bigfoots and aliens and ghosts and stuff, and I can't explain it, and I can't talk to the people that were there. That's what I've learned is like, look, I cannot process the information. I need to talk to the people that were there. Let me hear the interviews. Let me see the credibility of the person. Like, who is this? I'll trust the person. I can't trust what I'm looking at anymore. Now with all these AI fakes, I can't figure it out. I'm all scared. I'm all freaked out. But I know that. I can catch that. I can resolve that. Okay, slow down. It's okay. It's okay. Don't take action on it.
I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was weird, but
Right.
whatever, it was weird. So then I went to sleep. In the middle of the night, I woke up and I thought, that wasn't just weird. That was really weird. It was like someone was in my room, right? Because otherwise, why were the drawers open? And why were they open? Like, what's going on? And I walked up and I said, look, I don't want to alarm you, but I went out last night, and when I came back into my room, all the drawers were open. I think someone was in my room. And she said, I don't want to alarm you, but we know this place is haunted. And I always come to work with a baseball bat. And I thought, oh, well, of all the responses I thought I would get.
Is that more terrifying?
Well, it was just, it was surreal, right? And it was like a movie moment. It was ridiculous.